What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Dwane Casey getting an extra year extended to his contract with the Detroit Pistons. He was obviously brought in with the new regime to clean up and change the culture in overall the play of the Detroit Pistons. And even though he had the iteration of Blake Griffin Drummond team, it didn't work nowhere near as good as he would hope. And I didn't think it was going to work that good anyway. Even when they built that team, even when they made the Blake Griffin trade, I didn't really see that really making sense, as they were just going to be a playoff team, and that was about it. I was not high on Killian Hayes in the draft. I'm still not high on Killian Hayes right now, as he is far, far away from where he needs to be. And that's pretty much what I thought what he was going to be when he got drafted. Sadiq Bey has been a huge part of this team identity. He has been the jack of all trades that I thought he could be. Shot the three better than I thought he would, but that's a plus for Dwane Casey and his team, as they have got rid of basically all the other talent and gave minutes to a lot of these younger guys. And I can go on and on. You got to give him credit for unleashing Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant has been in the most improved conversation. At one point was the front runner for the award, but you can't really be too hard on Dwane Casey, because realistically, when you look at this roster, there's no way he should be winning. And the fact that he has really no talent on his roster at all, is only a couple guys that I will really look at that can be impact players or even get 20, 25 minutes on a good team. This team is gutted, and I think that that's something that they had to do. If you want to have a better future, if you really want your fans to get behind this team, you really have to have some guys that they can get behind and follow. And I just feel like they was headed to nowhere. They was gonna be a team that had a expensive, luxurious roster, and they was gonna have the same result. The worst part for Dwane Casey was, even if they was healthy at that time, it wasn't even a guarantee that they'd be a playoff team, which we seen, those 2 years with that particular team. And that's unfortunate, as you can't really blame Dwane Casey for this. This is not the teams that he has put together. These are not the guys that he, necessarily wants. This is what he has, and he's doing the best he can to win with what he has. And that's the saddest part about Casey going to Detroit, is he just stuck in a situation where, honestly, when he signed there, I wasn't happy. I wasn't enthused for him, because I knew it would be brutal. Like, this season has been a disaster for him, and yeah, I really can't. Actually, this is what I expected him to be. I thought Detroit would be bad, and they ended up being as bad as I thought this year. And I don't even know what you can really sell your fans on. The only thing you can really sell them on is you have a chance to get a top five pick, and hopefully you don't mess it up, or you can develop that guy and really just change everything around his team. Because Jeremy Grant is not here long term. He signed a medium sized deal, and he's already in his mid 20s. So he's only going to really play here as long as they need him. And he always will be a valuable player if he plays at the level that he has played at so far in Detroit, because he has played up to or a little bit better than his contract. But like I always say, if he gets traded, he won't have the role that he has in Detroit, which means he's going to have to accept that if he does eventually get moved, if this team wants to go all the way in on a rebuild, which honestly and truthfully, it looks like they're pretty much going to have to, because a lot of their best players will be, their best players are all rookies, or will be, because of next season. And having veterans that can teach them how to work, teach them how to have the right mentality, steer them in the right direction is good, and is needed. You definitely need those type of guys that can show you, tell you, and do it on the court. But this team needs a franchise guy, and Jeremy Grant isn't that, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, because we never looked at him like that. It's not like he had a disappointing season in Detroit. He had a overwhelming good season. Like I say, he was most improved player to me for majority of this season. That's how good of a year he had. But also, this team, they had to really figure out what are they trying to do also to me. And I think that's one thing that has been tough for Dwane Casey too, is figuring out what are we really building with. Is it really Sadiq? Is it really Killian Hayes? Because I feel like when he first got Detroit, they just had him going in the direction of downward spiral, and he has hit rock bottom this year completely. And the hardest part about getting a young superstar, a guy that's potentially can be that guy, that's years too. So when you look at him getting a lottery pick this year, and you hoping those other guys develop and become even better next year, this team really does need one of those top four players or five in this draft. Because even Sekou hasn't been what we thought he would be, but I also thought he was raw, just like Killian Hayes. They are so underdeveloped, so far behind for their age in the NBA that it's going to take him years to even become a legitimate starter to me in the NBA, and he already or is in his second year. So that just lets you know that this third year is letting them show commitment to Dwane Casey. We know that we haven't put the requisite talent around you, but we also know that you are the coach that we need to get us to where we need to go. The question will be then, is Dwane Casey your permanent head coach? Because we see head coaches come in and out the league. They come in and out. They only got a 3-4 year lifespan. And then they ready to get rid of you. Then they ready to upgrade. Then they ready to change something. Then they ready to try something different. And next thing you know, he's trying to get another job. And, this was a job that, when he got it, I was already not into it, like I said before. But this just proves that this could be, a miserable 3 years, because it's not really a player out there right now that's craving and dying to go to Detroit. It's just a hole there. And it was just good that Jeremy Grant, through connections and relationship with people in Detroit, wanted to go there. Because if it wasn't for him, they already lost Christian Wood. And losing him put this team even further behind. So the only reason why they can really have a bright future is through the draft. Like, this is the only way that they really gonna right the ship. And the sad part about Dwane Casey is, are they really gonna stick with him if they start getting to that point where they ready to go to a championship level? And also, can he help get them there? That's something that we haven't been able to see, because this team has been really a devoid of talent for a while now. And even when they had it, it wasn't really, a championship level talent. So when I look at this situation, I really don't know what to think. I really don't know if I should be happy for Dwane Casey because this team is far away from where they need to be, or are they just showing that with the communication and the relationship that they have, this is our guy and we're going to stick with him. And we done seen even like Nate McMillan get a contract extension and get fired before he even, finishes the contract. We done seen that the last 10 years where, oh, the coach got a contract extension and they get fired before that extension even kicks in, or they get fired the year before. And you happy for them, you ecstatic that they got it, and then they don't even realize, you live it into reality. They don't even get a chance to even coach that year, or even fulfill, I should say, that contract. So I'm kind of topsy turvy on this one. I'm not really excited for Dwane Casey because I see more brutal years in the future, and I'm also not too excited, if I'm a Piston fan, just because, it's not, to me, Dwane Casey fault. I'm not blaming Dwane Casey for taking the extension, and I'm not blaming Dwane Casey for the Pistons sucking. It's just a devoid of talent. They're just so bad, and they are really hoping that this draft can give them somebody that can really change the fortunes of this franchise. And that's not the only team that's going to be doing that. The problem is you have to still have talent around that guy. And this team, is far away from that too. So getting that guy is just not going to be the answer. We seen them get Blake Griffin and still end up, in and out of the playoffs. So, you never know what happens with injuries and stuff. So I'm not excited. I'm not smiling right now. I'm not, you know, happy for Dwane Casey because this Detroit thing not looking good for him. And a lot of these rookies and sophomores they got not looking good either right now. So I'm not smiling right now if I'm in Detroit. They got some guys this year that showed that they can be good role players and difference makers in the future, but you still got to put other guys around them. And I'm questioning that with these last couple of drafts before this one. And I guess we just got to wait and see. I'm kind of depressed on this video. Will Dwane Casey make it to that third year? Will he have a good team 3 years from now? Will it be enough to validate staying here for 6 seasons? That's the question too. If he do make the next 3 years, that's the part we have to see. Be back tomorrow.